who wouldn't say investing in crypto a while, like
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
That I would have done. That I regret not. We just this week had a meeting with my team and my manager on how we can integrate ChatGPT in our daily work. And it's really impressive. Whenever you're doing something cool, whenever you're doing something interesting, at the same time, you have to be thinking always about, okay, how can I make this look cool and interesting on social media as well?
As a tracker, like you guys are one of the best trackers in the affiliate space. How do you fight with the competition?
How was the workshop, guys?
There's no shortcut for making money online. It's only work. You need to work.
Hello, hi guys, and you are watching Inside a Hustler's Brain podcast. And today I'm with Katrina, marketing manager of Volume. She's very famous here at all the conferences, I think. So, Katrina, can you give a quick introduction to my audience?
Okay.
Yep.
So, like it was mentioned, I am the marketing manager at Volume, and I've been here for about well over 2 years now, and I'm working with the Volume. It's great. But at a personal level, I'm from the US, but I ended up in Poland, and that's how I ended up at Volume. And yeah, I got my start in content writing.
Okay. So, why do you work with Volume?
Well, during college, I was working as a translator mainly
Okay.
because I speak Hungarian. So I was translating from English or Hungarian to English.
Yep.
And I started out with that. Then it forayed into content writing.
Okay.
And that's how I started with Volume like 3 years ago as a content writer, working on the blog, on the emails and stuff like that. And that's how I
Ended up with Volume. So now you are in Poland, right? Conversion conference. What are your expectations from conversion conference?
To be honest,
Yeah.
really just getting to know more about the industry. Even though I've been here for a while as a marketing role, it's totally different going to a conference.
Right.
The sales guys.
Yep.
I see what they're doing. They're cutthroat. They're hardcore. But for me, it's more about learning about the industry, learning about the new things that people are doing,
Right.
and getting to know our partners even better, like you,
Right.
having the chance to actually meet each other in
In fact,
person
yeah.
and film things and, really work on things a little bit more creatively than
Right.
just on chat.
Yeah, it's better to meet all these affiliates and your partners in real, like face to face. You're having a good conversation, you're having good time, and try to know their expectations and try to match with it, right?
Yeah, you get a totally different read of a person when you
Right.
meet in line
Yeah.
versus when you meet them in person versus online.
Yep.
Yeah. For example, I didn't know you were this tall.
Yes. And now we are doing like interview and talking about life, about experience, so many things like we are going to talk in this like interview. So Katrina, I want to ask you I have this question like in my mind. What's the one thing you regret the most in your life?
It's a tough one.
What's that?
Let's say probably, I don't really have any major regrets, but
Everybody have some kind of regrets in their life. Maybe you want to
strong.
okay.
Maybe I would want to do things a little differently, but it led me to where I am now. And honestly, I'm happy and I'm satisfied with where I am now. One thing I regret, well, honestly, like, who wouldn't say investing in crypto a while, like
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
That I would have done. That I regret not doing.
Like investing in crypto was your biggest some sort of regret over.
Yeah, I don't think about it every day, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
would have been an awesome thing.
Okay. So what do you think about the cryptocurrency now? Because you see the downfall of the crypto, like it keeps going up and down right now. But what do you think, like where crypto market is going?
Okay, don't get too technical because I'm not that involved in that industry. But it's just one of those things that, would have been nice to get rich quick.
Okay, get rich quick. Do you believe in get rich quick schemes? Like,
No. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's happened for some people. They are in the right place at the right time.
Right
But
time.
most people don't work that way. Like me, once college, I thought I was going to do something back then. Was that like, a few years ago? Then I ended up in a totally different city where I never thought I'd be. And then I ended up at a job in an industry where I really never saw myself. but I'm completely happy. So, things sometimes just work out the way they do.
Okay, how many hours you work every day with Volume? And do you feel happy about your work?
I would say I work, it's a full-time 8 hours a day job. In marketing, I think we have a pretty flexible team. Sometimes it's a little less, and sometimes it's more, in the busy season, or we're preparing for a webinar, or we're working with lots of partners at the same time. But that's what's great also about remote work, about online work, is people understanding too.
Yeah.
If you work more just because of, an 8-hour number in your head.
Yep.
So yeah, I've had a great experience at Volume. I'm really happy with my team, with the people I work with how I've been able to grow and the chances I've been able to have to travel.
So you like traveling? Do you like traveling?
I do like traveling, yeah.
If traveling makes you happy?
Yeah, it's fun. Maybe I don't go as often as I used to, during college, but with a remote job, that makes things a lot easier. So I like an opportunity when I can.
Okay, where are you from and what did you study in your college?
So I'm from the U.S. and New Jersey, so like an hour from New York City. But like I mentioned, my mom's Hungarian, and that's how I ended up in Budapest, where I went to university, and I studied political science, which is...
Do you have any interest in political science or...
Who doesn't have a little bit of interest in politics, at least a tiny bit, But, I was very interested back in the day. I never wanted to work in it, but at least in the U.S., that's a typical major that people will do when they don't really know what they want to do, probably. Political science, ecology, English lit, these are the kinds of ones that everybody is interested in. And yeah, so that's how afterwards I didn't end up working in that, and I don't regret that.
Okay. Do you like to get famous on social media? Like for good things, like being an influencer, helping people to like start their own business online? Yeah.
Actually, I was very inactive on social media for like a while. But ever since I've been with Volume, I have to post a lot more. Ever since I've been getting involved with webinars,
Events and all, yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's confident.
Yeah, I post things, I do selfie videos and stuff. And because of that, I've started becoming way more active on my personal social media as well.
Okay.
Because if I'm doing that for my job, I might as well, test it out personally, see what works, see what people like and what they don't like, see what they interact with.
Right.
So I'm nowhere near social media famous yet.
Okay.
But I enjoy it a lot more these past few years than I did in the past.
So what do you think the downside of being famous on social media?
Probably the fact that whenever you're doing something cool, whenever you're doing something interesting, at the same time you have to be thinking always about, okay, how can I make this look cool and interesting on social media as well? You always have to have that in your back of mind. You always have to be making sure you're recording things or taking pictures at the right time, lighting.
Right.
Preoccupation.
It's like bit of hard work to manage this kind of stuff. Okay, I get it. And what is your biggest fear in your life?
Biggest fear. Well, your life. To have a kind of basic one, I really, really hate rap.
Oh, you really had... Yeah.
And that's why I'm always like, I've always liked New York City, but I had friends who went to school there, and they just like, yeah, we have rats in the apartment sometimes.
Or rats.
God, that's so disgusting.
So that's your biggest fear, seeing rats around you. Oh my God.
So I'm really glad that in Budapest and in Krakow, these are two cities that I've lived in a lot, and they're both super clean, and I've never seen a rat.
A rat there, okay. So Katrina, who's your hero in your life, and why?
Oh, another big question.
Yep.
Can you tell me who yours is?
I would say like my passion. Like I worked my ass off to build this empire. And I was my biggest hero because when I was starting out this business, right, online marketing space, nobody trusted me because my family was also against it because nobody liked that kind of stuff I was doing it. So I was myself like, so, I want to thank myself for working so hard. So, like it's like Snoop Dogg, like he say like, I want to thank me for working this hard. So I would say like, I want to thank myself for working hard. Yes, I have good friends in that journey. And later on that, my family understand my journey. Then they accepted me. Oh, you are doing this shit and you feel happy. Then they got to understand this thing. And luckily, I have those friends in my life, and they are still part of my life right now. Like it's almost like 8-9 years. I have a strong friendship with them. So we do get like inspiration. We are like heroes of each other right now. Yeah. And you, please go on. About you.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm at that level yet to call myself my own hero.
Okay.
But hopefully in a few years, or maybe I don't know.
Your mom, do you have like
But my parents are absolutely
parent? Oh, okay.
sure. Past, yeah. Hey, Robert.
Okay. What's the best compliment you have ever received in your life? Except you are beautiful. That's
Good one. That always feels nice.
oh yeah. And the worst too.
Well, the worst is not a compliment. Well, the best, I think in the past, actually, in the recent past, that I call now, probably at my job, it felt really great. My manager Camila was commending me and saying how I'm so dependable, and I've been able to do all the tasks that she's given me so far, and that and when she asked me to give my speech, which I'm gonna have tomorrow at a friend, she was saying that I'm a really great public speaker and that she will.
Wow. Yeah, because you're very much confident. Like when we meet for the first time here right now, I feel like you're a very confident woman. So that's why I thought, okay, let's do this kind of like interaction and talk about life, everything. It's so good. Yep.
It is the American in me too, Lots of Americans have.
Yes, for sure. Because I had been to US. Yes, yes. So what are you going to talk tomorrow about? What topic do you want to share with my audience?
Surprise, surprise.
Mama, it's going to get live later, so you can share it. It's okay.
I'm going to say, I was saying surprise sarcastically because I'm going to be talking about volume,
Oh, volume again.
latest developments, and also general strategies to start setting up your campaigns for success. And we have an extra added little theme of the Avengers. So I don't know if you like the Avengers, but
Okay. I love Batman more.
I like.
The Transformers. I have my tattoos like Transformer, Batman. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I have tattoos.
Okay,
Yes,
you are a big fan.
I'm a big fan of Transformer. Yes, I would say, and it's coming in 2023. They are releasing Transformers 6, I think.
Okay.
Yes, it's coming soon. Yes, for sure. I like. Okay, what's the best tip for making this world a better place, according to you?
They're heavy questions on the spot. Let's come up with one. Best tip for making the world a better place, I would say, is maybe I think people being happy where they are and contributing to the communities that they're in. But also, obviously I love traveling and I love going around the world. I live in a different country than where I was raised. But I think it's really important for people to also value, where they're from and be proud of this.
Yep.
Respect their communities and try and contribute in the future somehow in some way. So I think that would make the world a better place
Okay.
in a very general way.
Irrationally. I get it. And what's the most expensive purchase you have made recently? Most expensive purchase, like, oh my God, this.
That's a question.
Okay, go on.
A kitchen.
A kitchen set, something like that.
A kitchen renovation.
Oh, kitchen renovation. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that was my first big girl purchase, actually.
How much was it for?
Cool. Well, I paid in Hungarian forints,
Oh yeah.
so that's a few million. If you can get
It convert into US dollars like 10,000, 5,000. Let's convert.
why? Ooh, close to 10,000.
Like 10,000 US dollars. Okay, so it's almost like a most expensive purchase for you recently.
Yeah. It was rough, put my card there and you say, okay, but it came this time.
It's like, okay, your favorite contact person on your phone. Except your boyfriend, okay, and your family.
Oh, those were my answers.
Oh, yeah. Something different. I want something different. Like,
Who else do I ring on in my phone? Obviously my friends, but if I have to choose one, I don't know. Let's just say my old colleague from my work. She's super funny and she's always giving me updates on my old workplace and like what's going on. So I remember this story.
Okay, what advice you will give to your younger self?
Well, maybe buy some crypto, but that's not really it.
Crypto, I think, yeah.
I would tell her to just keep living in the moment and really absorb what's around you and take every chance to do something new because, always worth it to try something. And even if you look dumb or you're trying something new, who cares? Because in a few hours and a few days and a few months, you're going to forget about that and you're not going to feel embarrassed. And
Yeah, same here. Like for me, like if like advice will be to younger self, like be more confident, like take big risk, like don't be afraid of other people opinions. Like when I was starting out this business, I was very much afraid what people will think. Like, I have a lot of all these kind of fears in my mind. But I would say like be more confident, like someone.
how long did it take to get over those fears?
Like for me, it took me at least like 1 or 2 years to at least be more confident, like starting out this business. Because when I started out,
Successful, no?
it was not that successful. But when I was starting out in 2013, right, I had that fear, like, what if I lose this money? Because I started this official website on internet, and I was a little bit fear, like, what if I lose the money? But I was getting that kind of confidence from my online friends, because at that point of time, I was more confident to talk people online, but face to face was very difficult for me. I was very shy. I used to stammer a lot when I meet people face to face. So I overcome that thing. Like stammering thing was a big problem, like a big hurdle for me. I used to feel like people will make fun of, and still sometimes you can see in my like interviews, I do stammer, and I don't give a fuck what people are going to think. At least I'm trying. I'm sitting here, I'm talking to her, I'm making the connection. At least I'm doing my best. I'm trying to give my best. So that's what you need. Sometimes I believe like in the world, people don't have the courage to speak out, the courage to take a risk. And at least I had the courage to take risks and living my dream life, Yeah, so I believe this thing. So what do you think about the AI right now, Katrina? Like this is so much things are going with AI. What do you think about AI? Like what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's also something I'm going to talk a little bit about tomorrow.
Okay.
But, well, from my product standpoint, Volume, there's plenty of AI solutions. And we're always talking about automation. We're always talking about, our product Automizer, which is our tool in Volume that integrates traffic sources, and then you can manage everything from one place. And we're always, saying that, every media buyer needs this because we need to be using automation to get ahead of the competition, to just be able to, scale at a level. You can't do everything manually at a certain point. But I'm not a media buyer, right? We just this week had a meeting with my team and my manager on how we can integrate ChatGPT in our daily work. And, I tried it out, I just had a light trying it out. And it's really impressive. It's really impressive stuff, and it really can. I'm not afraid of it taking jobs or necessarily this from my perspective. I just think it can really speed things up.
Yeah, AI is going to solve many of the problems like speeding up automation. It's helping us.
Person to check things.
Of course, so you don't learn how to use AI.
Yeah, exactly. You need to learn how to use it and leverage it for your own
needs. How Volume is very much different from the competitors, because you guys have a stiff competition in this industry as a tracker. Like you guys are one of the best trackers in the affiliate space. How do you fight with the competition?
Well, there's a few perspectives on this that we have right now, but so in the affiliate industry, I would say we're probably leading tracker, and the way we differentiate ourselves in this industry, because at its core, a tracker is a tracker.
Okay.
So Volume has been on the market since 2014.
It's been from the long time, yeah.
Extremely reliable product. We have a big team behind us who are managing this product, developing it, and it basically boils down, I would say, for marketers, about the features that we offer, those extra things, right, that differentiate us.
Like the differentiator, yeah.
So, auto optimization, things like rule-based pass and automatic A/B testing for flows, and anti-fraud kits, and then we have our Automizer for API integrations. And then we have really stellar support. I think anybody who uses a tracker will almost always attest to that. all of my colleagues in support, they are really great people.
Very helpful. Yeah, that's one of my experience working with Volume. Like as an affiliate, I'm working. I feel pretty much good with working with you guys. I feel more like connected. You guys are very well organized and very much friendly. Like I met your team in all the conference, like Affiliate World, Bangkok, Dubai, Malta. They're very friendly people. So that's why I like to work with you people. You guys are you guys are very, yeah, you guys are very, very friendly, like for sure. So what's the worst piece of advice you have ever received in your life?
Wow. Worst piece of advice. Oh man. I would say, what's the worst piece of advice you got?
Don't follow your dreams. Like do the 9 to 5 thing, and yeah, of course. Because my family told me do the 9 to 5 things, but I have to prove them wrong. So I have to against their will. So so yeah, so you have to prove the people wrong. So that's what I did it. So that's like don't follow your passion, don't follow your dreams. Do the 9 to 5, be a zombie. Like it's crazy. I'm not saying doing 9 to 5 is a bad thing. It's gonna be up to your wish. It's good. It's if you like it, enjoy it. But for me, I was not happy. Like deep down inside, I want to do something more. I want to get out outside of my comfort zone. Like travel, freedom. I want more freedom. And with that job, I was not having that kind of freedom. Yeah. So for you, like was
Not a one. This is more a general
okay.
thoughts on this kind of advice. At least where I'm from and my family and everyone we're at school with, we're really pushing going to university like right after high school. And I actually took a gap year, at least in the US. This is like
Okay, gap year. Okay.
And yeah, people are really pushing for you to go right into university, start it right away. You have to do it. And if you don't do, you got to do your bachelor's, your master's. Like, these are super important. And of course, they're important and they're valuable. But I think in today's economy, even in the US, it's a total, well, of course, in the US, it becomes super, super expensive, right? So I think I maybe would have waited a few more years because I love school and I would gladly go back. But I think I would have waited till I kind of know something that I'm more passionate about and was able to maybe save a little more to go and feel a little more confident financially too. So yeah, that's something I would say.
Okay, what was your first paycheck?
First paycheck? Oh, I started working right. I was really young.
How much was that?
My first full-time job was at Friendly's. This is like a chain in the US. It's like an ice cream diner. And I was a hostess.
How much you got paid for?
First paycheck, I was only working weekends, so it was probably like a couple hundred.
Like almost like 600, 700.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, so that's good. And what's the highest paycheck you have ever received in your life?
Oh, wow. I don't know about that one. Probably your...
So let's keep it private.
I kept one, but that was because I was working like a side gig.
Okay.
As, again, like in this event management in the US. And I was doing that really hardcore all weekend, like from Friday night to Sunday. And they only paid like very rarely. But so that was a couple thousand.
$2,000. Okay. So that's pretty good. It's not a bad one. It's paid.
And I was government.
Yeah, so it's pretty good for
teens even. Maybe it was like 18, 19, 20s. So yeah.
So you look
exciting.
Yeah, it's good because when I got my first paycheck, it was almost like $100. So like was my one month salary in this SEO, like online marketing. I got very less paycheck. So that was my first paycheck I got in my yeah, from there like snowball effect came. Then I worked my ass off to build this empire, travel the world. It's pure hard work. I believe it's all about networking, going out and meeting people, giving them the positive energy, like sharing your thoughts, like be friendly with them. So that's my advice for everyone.
It's because, yeah, I've only just started going to conference. I'll take every...
No, it's as long as it's good. So I think this was very good interview. Like Katrina, you shared so many things. I really appreciate your time for doing this a good, very nice interview with you. And so let's end this, and I wish you good luck. I wish you a lot of happiness and like in your life. You're a very friendly person. You're very lively, I would say that. So thank you so much. So guys, please, if you like this video, share it and do subscribe to Inside Hustlers Win podcast and do check out Volume. We will drop the link in the comments. And do you want to give your social channel so they can follow you, and if they want to work with you, do you want to share your
Well, you can follow us at Volume, of course.
Volume? Okay.
Find me on LinkedIn, Katrina Hier. And again, like I mentioned, I'm the marketing manager at Volume. So for any cross promotion or partnerships,
She's there to help you out. Yeah.
team ready to get anyone signed up if they're interested in trying it out with the demo.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care.
Bye.